Hi, Church. I'm Christian.
And I'm Gracie from New Life Lincoln Park, and this is the Advent reading for December 8th. Bethlehem's supernatural star. Where is he who has been born King of the Jews? For we saw his star in the east and have come to worship him. Matthew 2, verse 2.
Over and over, the Bible baffles our curiosity about just how certain things happened. How did the star get the Magi from the east to Jerusalem? It does not say that it led them or went before them. It only says they saw a star in the east and came to Jerusalem. And how did that star go before them in the little 5-mile walk from Jerusalem to Bethlehem, as verse 9 says it did? And how did a star stand over the place where the child was? The answer is we do not know. There are numerous efforts to explain it in terms of conjunctions of planets, or comets, or supernovas, or miraculous lights. We just don't know. And I want to exhort you not to become preoccupied with developing theories that are only tentative in the end and have very little spiritual significance.
I risk a generalization to warn you. People who are exercised and preoccupied with such things as how the star worked, or how the Red Sea split, and how manna fell, and how Jonah survived the fish, and how the moon turns to blood are generally people who have what I call a mentality for the marginal. You do not see them in a deep cherishing of the great central things of the gospel: the holiness of God, the ugliness of sin, the helplessness of man, the death of Christ, justification by faith alone, the sanctifying work of the Spirit, and the glory of Christ's return, and the final judgment. They always seem to be taking you down a sidetrack with a new article or book. There is little centered rejoicing. But what is plain concerning this matter of the star is that it is doing something that it cannot do on its own. It is guiding Magi to the Son of God to worship him. There is only one person in biblical thinking that can be behind that intentionality in the stars: God himself. So the lesson is plain. God is guiding foreigners to Christ to worship him, and he is doing it by exerting global, probably even universal influence and power to get it done.
Luke shows God influencing the entire Roman Empire so that the census comes at the exact time to get a virgin to Bethlehem to fulfill prophecy with her delivery. Matthew shows God influencing the stars in the sky to get foreign magi to Bethlehem so that they can worship him. This is God's design. He did it then, he is still doing it now. His aim is that the nations, all the nations, worship his Son. This is God's will for everybody, in your office at work, and in your neighborhood, and in your home. As John 4:23 says, such the Father seeks to worship him. At the beginning of Matthew, we still have a come see pattern, but at the end, the pattern is go tell. The Magi came and saw, we are to go and tell. What is not different is that the purpose of God is the ingathering of the nations to worship his Son. The magnifying of Christ in the white-hot worship of all nations is the reason the world exists.
And what a great reminder this message is that Christmas is the ultimate time to share the love of Christ with others. And we pray that you would be encouraged to live by faith this holiday season and not get caught up in the details. Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas.